Hey guys, how are you? My name is Haley Hobson, and I'm here to present to you today some tips on how to grow your network marketing business. I just want to say it's time for you to treat your business like a pro, and as most of you would like, to become everything that you've possibly dreamed of. So welcome, you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the challenges facing many network marketers, the solutions that can be presented, and I'm going to give you 8 awesome, actionable steps that you can implement and grow your business today. And I'm doing something a little bit different than I've done in other webinars. There's not going to be any fancy graphics, no fancy colors, just some super important content in black and white so that you guys can pick up these solutions and run with them. So there are common problems that affect everyone when they join a network marketing business. And I was actually the same way, and I still face many of these same challenges myself. So what I want to do today is help you and show you how you can overcome some of these issues. So you decide to become a network marketer, and many of you will decide to go pro. You find it difficult to generate new leads. That's the #1 problem people have. In fact, I just got this funny text message from somebody I don't even know asking me, how did I do it? How did I grow my organization to over 25,000 people in just 3 years? Could I give her the #1 tip to get new leads and get people to sign up? Does that sound familiar? So you guys are finding it difficult to grow your network. At times I feel like it's difficult too. And you cannot get people to sign up and keep ordering. You can't keep the retention going. And you also can't seem to build a team full of people who want to build with you. Doesn't that feel like a common problem? You finally do sign people up and they even say they want to build the business, but then they never do anything, no matter how many tools and resources you put in front of them. And then you see other people succeeding and you can't seem to achieve your goals. So what happens? You want to quit. You want to quit your job. You want to quit your business. You want to provide for your family. You're trying really hard. You really want to make this go full-blown effort, and it just doesn't seem to be working. So what do? You're hardly making enough pay for your auto ship items yourself, let alone quitting another job so you can actually do this full time. You see the benefit of this lifestyle long term, but it's just not working right yet. So you're frustrated and you're disillusioned and you're doubting your skills and your ability. You feel like nobody can do this except the people at the top. And you're actually thinking, does this sound familiar? Maybe this business is just not for you. How many times have you thought about quitting this business? Be honest. I feel like most people, when they try this business model called network marketing, they give it a go for a month or 2 months or 3 months or even 6 months, and almost everybody at one time or more goes through these pains and feels like quitting. And do you know how or why people decide to quit in this business? The barrier of entry is so low, right? All you have to do is pay a small fee to join or purchase a little bit of product. So these people don't have enough what we call pain invested in it. Let's be real. If you opened up like a retail store or a restaurant, or opened up your own company and you had to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars into your business, there's no way you'd walk away after a month to 6 months, right? Because you have pain invested in that business model. So why is it that people don't just quit their day job that they don't love? Because the pain in that is actually too much. If you quit your day job, you lose your income, you lose your health insurance, and you won't be able to pay your bills, right? You actually have a vested interest to stay in your day job. Otherwise, the pain is too great. And with network marketing, our vested interest is so much lower because the cost to get in is so much lower, right? So like I said before, imagine that you had taken out like this $100,000 loan to enter your network marketing business. Do you think people would give up so easily if they had that much skin in the game? I don't. So, okay, let's look at some solutions. You know that the reason your network marketing business has not grown is not because you don't have the money, not because you're not good enough, not because you don't have the skill set, not because you don't have 20,000 Facebook followers, not because you have a smaller group of friends than most, and not because you can't do it. None of these are reasons why you're not successful. It may just be because you don't know the model yet. You haven't been shown exactly how to do it. You might not have the tools placed in front of you with the support that you need to build the business. Because this really is like a Simon Says like business. And if you follow the people that have been successful above you, you take the tools from them, you study those resources, and you learn those skills, then everyone is really in the same boat. So remember, the cool thing about this business is everyone starts at the bottom. When I signed up, I had 0 people in my organization. I had 0 paycheck, 0 bonuses, and also no network online yet. And it doesn't really matter how many degrees you have. I've seen people in this business roar to the top that don't even have college education degrees yet. So it doesn't really matter if you were a CEO or a waiter. Everyone starts at the same level. In fact, sometimes the most successful people in life, by the definition of degrees, feel like they have an edge up and don't follow the Simon Says model, and then they can't be successful. The rules of entry are really the same for everyone in this business. We all have the same product or prices in our company, and we all have the same commissions and earnings. So we're all playing the same game. We're all starting from the ground and trying to reach up. So remember, the only variable in this business has to be you. Yes, you and me. We determine our success. And guess what? Success leaves clues. So in this case, not only am I going to show you how to leave the clues, not only am I going to leave the clues for you, I'm going to show you how to do it. So the question I pose for you is, are you ready for success? Are you ready to grow your network marketing business? Because remember, these are very specific strategies and tips that will help you generate new leads, lead your team, and build your business like a pro. Did you know that there's even college education courses now on network marketing? Don't stress. For those of you who haven't gone through it, you can still get all those tips of the trade. You just have to be open to taking them. So before we start, remember that you're only part of a very limited few that are seeing this webinar. I have not invited my entire social network. So let's get started. Number 1, mindset is everything. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Human beings like comfort and change, and challenge is uncomfortable. So what we have to do is embrace that challenge or that uncomfortableness. We have to start becoming comfortable being uncomfortable. It is so hugely important to have a positive mindset. And myself, I go through on a daily basis obstacles in my business, obstacles in my personal life, obstacles in my life in general. And I have days where I feel like things are beating me down one at a time. In fact, sometimes I just step away from my desk and sort of laugh and go, is this day for real? And it would be so easy for me to quit and walk away from these hurdles. But I know that if I maintain a positive mindset, I can push through these hurdles or jump over them and I can move forward in both my personal life and my business life. I have proven that to myself. So when you look at challenges and failures as problems, as a means of growing as a person and an entrepreneur, that could be an entirely new mindset that literally changes your life. Like I said, I have so many challenges that present themselves to me on a daily basis, literally a daily basis. And I like to use those challenges to set myself apart and continue to work on my own personal development so that I become not only a better person, but a better leader and a better entrepreneur. So tip number 2 is structure. You need structure to your business and your life. You have to have a strategy. And that means mapping out your annual goals. It means mapping out your plan for each month and each week. It means bringing organization and structure to your business. Oftentimes I see people that are so disheveled, so disorganized. I am absolutely not surprised one bit that they can't get anything done. So if they were to treat their network marketing business as a business that needed to be managed, I can guarantee they'd have more success. Now, since I've had success with network marketing and my business has grown, I've had to farm out a lot of my sort of day-to-day duties to other people. Otherwise, I don't have time to do things anymore. And it took me about 1.5 years to get to that point. I was really doing everything else myself, definitely making a 6-figure income before I started doing that. But I literally have a project manager now who just directs the other people what to do. You see what I'm saying? There comes a point, no matter what level you are in your business, that you've got to treat it like a business and manage it. There is so much importance in having this kind of structure, organization, and goal. And you can't just do it when you have free time, especially if you're trying to run a household, you have kids, dogs, pets, etc. at the same time. If you're disorganized, if you're unstructured, it can literally mean the difference between success and failure. You know, some of just the easy tips that I do is I have a Mac calendar on my computer that goes to my phone, that goes to my iWatch, that is everywhere. And when somebody wants to talk to me, I give them a link so they book time with me, and boom, it goes straight into my calendar. So that I know is organized. And then I have a passion planner sitting on my desk all the time that has my dreams, my visions, my goals, my passions, my brain dumps in it. So I can stay completely organized all of the time. And I also designate myself a certain amount of what I call office time. From 11 to 3 every day, if I'm home, if I'm not traveling, those are the times I'm sitting down at my desk, because those are the times my kids are at school. And that's where I can do a lot of my structure, a lot of my brain dumps, a lot of my contacting, a lot of my follow-up, a lot of my connecting with my team, voicemails, emails, text messages, Facebook, digging into my back office, creating stuff for social media. And then when I'm out and about in the morning or in the afternoon or with my kids or regular life, that's when I can do my connecting. So I'm not saying to copy me, you guys, but you've got to bring some kind of organization or structure to your business that works for you. Just like kids, right? They love it. My 6-year-old, she knows the routine. She gets up in the morning, she gets dressed, she brushes her hair, she brushes her teeth, she comes downstairs, she has breakfast, she goes to school. She comes home, she has a snack, we go to an activity. She does her homework, she's allowed to play on the iPad a little bit. We have dinner, she does a bath, and she goes to bed. And without that kind of structure, our house would be chaos. You must bring organization and structure into your business as well. Tip number 3, commitment. Remember, when I spoke of pain or the lack of this pain in this business, you guys remember that? We need a commitment in order to succeed. We need a commitment to ourselves and our families that will stick to our goals and keep at it. When I have a new goal that I'm presenting or a new project I'm working on, I hold myself accountable. I tell my husband what I'm doing. I might even tell people in my downline, or maybe my upline, or maybe my crosslines, or maybe my parents. I might yell it out on social media. If we aren't holding ourselves accountable, we'll never stick to our goals. And then during that holding ourselves accountable, we will clearly be presented with challenges, and we have to use those challenges as opportunities to grow. I make a commitment to myself every day. I set intentions of what my days are going to be like. I do that through my calendar system. And I make sure that I stay on track throughout the day. It's a little harder on the weekends because I've got something that I want to do. Like say I want to record a webinar on the weekend. I've got to negotiate it around family time and all that kind of stuff. So I try to make my office hours Monday through Friday. But with this kind of business, you got to be flexible. So if you've got to do something on the weekend, or you want to take a day off during the week or 2 or 3, which is why we do this business, you might have to do something on the weekend, and you've got to figure out how to commit to yourself and hold yourself accountable. Some of the tips that I can give you are to write it down and to stick to it. Remind yourself that every challenge that you're coming across is the same challenge somebody else before you has been in this business. I will tell you, I have these little Google or Zoom Hangouts that I do for my team. And they all think that they're going through individual problems when I talk to them on their individual calls during the week. And when I get all my leaders together on one call, they realize, wow, I'm not the only one just doing this. When I hold mastermind groups or summits or little retreats for cross-line higher leaders in the company, it's obvious we're all going through the same thing. But this is how you grow and develop your skills and become a better person and a better leader, by overcoming these obstacles and working with cross-line, upline support so that you can continue to grow and jump over these hurdles. Okay, number 4, tip number 4, strike it up. You guys need to talk to people. When I answered that girl in the text message this morning, I said, secret sauce, girlfriend. What you got to do is carry your product everywhere and present it every opportunity you get. You have to talk to people. You have to speak to people at the checkout line, at your gym, in the post office, in your Pilates class, while you're having a manicure. Wherever you are, you need to make friends. You need to build relationships. You need to expand your network. It doesn't mean you got to try to sell a product to somebody every single time you talk to them, but you've got to strike it up and build relationships. You want to find out more about them. People are interesting. And when you listen to their needs and watch their body language, you'll be able to hear what they're telling you. And oftentimes they'll be telling you about their pains. I had a very interesting experience a couple days ago. I showed up to take a spinning class at the gym and I was the only one there. And I said to the guy who was teaching the class, you know what, I can do this on my own. I've got this. You don't have to waste your time just teaching me. And he decided that he wanted to stay, and he gave me like a 45-minute one-on-one coaching session. And during that coaching session, he started to ask me questions about myself. And I brought in issues and challenges and awesome things that were going on in my business. And I piqued his curiosity. And I could tell by his body language that he was interested. I could tell the wheels were churning. He was moving to another country next year. He had a job where he worked by the hour. His wife was a school teacher. She wasn't making enough. I could tell the wheels were churning. And without pushing a lot, I just gave him little nuggets and asked him if he knew anybody else that might be interested in joining me. And that's a lead. And then I can go and I can continue to follow up in a nice, easy, organic way, since I know every time I go to the gym, I can probably find him. It's just conversations, you guys. It's just conversations and watching people or hearing people tell you their pains. Sometimes the pain is something that can be eased by your product, and sometimes the pain can be eased by a better financial situation, which is your business opportunity. So tip number 5 is, how can I help them? When you listen, you identify where people need help. And hey, not everyone is your potential customer, but there are many people that you can help if you keep the conversation going long enough over time. That's the key phrase, over time. Follow up, little bits and nuggets of pieces of information, little posts on social media, more education, invitations to classes, presentations, offering samples, conversation over time. You've got to be authentic focusing on helping someone and not just trying to sell them, though. This is the key. You must come from a place of helping prior to anything else. So think of the local groups that you could speak in front of, such as illness support groups, entrepreneurial groups, business groups, moms groups, athletic communities, running groups, biking groups, triathlon groups, swimming groups. Whatever it is, what do you have in your community? Do people love to cook? Do they need to learn how? Where can you speak and find a little niche to bring your product into it? And then number 6, follow up. This is the secret sauce. Follow up. Don't just follow up focusing on your sale, though. Focus on helping and supporting and nurturing until the opportunity arises. This is what most people fail to do. And a recent marketing study showed that in this digital age, advertisers now need up to 16 exposures before making a sale, from about 20 years ago. So people need a lot more education these days than they did before. Now, you personally might not need that much time. I'm more of an impulsive person. Heck, I went to a farmer's market yesterday, and on my way to the car, I saw this really cool stand of like hippie jewelry. And just like that, I bought a pair of earrings. Where some people need to ponder and they need to see it again. They need to go online. They need to research. People are different. But this statistic really does show you how times have changed. So there are many different kinds of follow-ups, you guys. There's follow-ups in person. You can text somebody. You can send them an email. You can invite them to a class. You can see them in person. You can mention it again. But there's also really great ways to automate your follow-up and have a system. So some of the things that I'm doing in my business, right? When somebody reaches out to me online, I have a whole automated system that I feed them into an educational funnel. So they're getting emails from me that are not asking them to buy, but giving them more information, giving them what we call touches. And that's something I'll teach you about later, how to do this automated system so that it works. Number 7, the circle of love. The what? The circle of love. It's so powerful. It will blow your business right up. Let's face it, you guys, network marketing is all about your team. It's not about you and what you can do. It's about your team. And the more success your team has, the more successful your business will be. Now I'm going to show you how this works in the next diagram. So this is what the circle of love looks like. The more I invest my time with my team and their downline and educate and teach and lead, the more education they get, the more capable they are, the more skills they get, the more adept they become at the business, and then it eventually comes back to me. So the more I feed that circle of love, the more that love comes back. That's why I'm a big advocate on tap rooting into my organization and working with people that I haven't even enrolled. I just say, you want to do the work, I'll do it with you. You want to meet the people who want to do the work and want to work with you. And that's why also I'm a huge fan of traveling a lot out to my downline. I mean, who wouldn't benefit from a successful network marketer coming to their area when they don't have all the words necessarily yet to explain or train their teams, or even to get busy themselves? So with the success that I've had and the tools that I have and the skills that I've learned, I like to teach it and pass it on and be available to help other people achieve their dreams, because in the end, it ultimately comes back. Giving your time and energy to your team comes back to you in the form of reputation, brand recognition, personal satisfaction, which is huge, and ultimately rank advancement and a higher income. And this is critical to being successful in network marketing. So number 8, the overflow of love. When I focus all of my attention and energy on helping one person, that impact on them is so powerful. They share their story with friends, And when they share their story with friends, that love eventually again comes back to me. This is like when I meet somebody and sign them up as a retailer, a wholesaler, or a business builder, any path that they choose. Doesn't matter, it's irrelevant what pathway they choose. But if I give all of my focus to them, to help them and not to sell them, then I'll make that experience for them so much better. And when we help people and make an impression on them in a positive way, they'll tell everyone around you. They'll tell everyone about it. And the reverse applies too, as you know. When you go out and you try to sell too hard, they're going to tell your friends and nobody will want to see you, and you'll get that kind of yucky reputation also. So what you guys want to do is think about how you can make a massive positive impact on someone and focus on changing their life rather than selling. And you'll find that their friends will come to you too as well for help, or your brand or your name or your recognition will improve, and your reputation will be one of a trusted expert. The only way, you guys, is up. These are powerful strategies and tips that most people don't use. And I've used these so many times, and I think that they really do make a huge impact, and my business has exploded because of it. So what now? So how do you find out more? How do you go even deeper and get more knowledge? How do you get all of the insider tips and strategies? How can you get a mentor to help you make your business a success? What now? Well, I've got something really exciting to announce, you guys. And it's actually coming from not only me, but also my marketing director, Kenneth Todd, as you might know by now. We've been thinking about this for a long time. I've been getting questions every day since I started my business. And we get messaged together asking for help all the time. And we see people putting in this huge amount of effort, but not getting the results that they dream of. My Facebook message inbox, my text message inbox, my emails are inundated with people asking me what to do. And I see the simple mistakes that people are making every day. And I also see people with a lack of time, with a lot of frustration, and a huge sense of overwhelm. Does that sound like you? So both of us are entrepreneurs and network marketers, and we are able to support our families. And we lay awake at night dreaming of how we want our life to be. And we think about paying the bills. We think about why we're failing and why we can't grow our business or why we want to grow it more. We also lay awake thinking about how we can help you, because we started just like you. We spent countless hours in our PJs working throughout the day, missing out on family time, missing out on workouts, missing out on eating well or fun times, and making huge sacrifices for our futures. Well, you guys, now things are going to change for you. We've spoken about this, and we've thought about this, and we've debated about this, and we've argued about this, and then we finally settled on our best way to help other people like you, other network marketers, and you are going to love it. We wanted to find out how we could help network marketers along every single step of the way to network marketing success. We wanted to be there as a mentor, as a coach, as a teacher, as a friend, as a support system, and for guidance, but we simply didn't have time to sit down there and be like customer support for people answering emails all day long. So how could we help? How could we show people like you how to deal with issues like branding, building an online business, network marketing like a pro, mindset, social media marketing, building a team, being a leader, how to continue to move up in rank, grow your network, identify builders, duplicate, invite, reinvite, continue to reinvite, follow up, and when to cut the cord with your own team and let them fly. We want to teach you how to become an inspiration to others, to motivate others, and to have constructive communication. So how can we show others like you how to deal with issues like contacting, follow-up, presenting, talking about product and opportunity, carrying product all the time, giving membership overviews, training your team members, tap rooting, reaching way down, staying connected, treating your profession like a profession and not a hobby? How can we show people like you on how to move up in rank, team structure, leadership agreements, transfers, three-way calls, tap rooting, mentoring, continuing to do the basics, never stopping to enroll yourself, and always, always, always keeping a watchful eye on your downline and so much more. But we didn't want to just do more teachings and presentations. We wanted to be there with you side by side. So I am really excited to announce that we have just created Your Whole Biz to help you create a rock star business. This is an 8-week network marketing course with a difference, and we are going to work together with you. Every single week we'll teach you a lesson live with you on a video conference, and you'll ask your questions on live on air with us, and we're going to be there to mentor you and guide you through a strategy for that week, and you will be held accountable. Your Whole Biz, helping you create a rock star network marketing business. And you won't just be given assignments and homework, work to do in your own time. No, you guys are going to have weekly objectives where you have to submit your results by the end of the week for our review. So here's the format. Every Tuesday, we'll have a video conference where we instruct and teach for the first half of the call. Thereafter, the lines are going to open up to questions, objections, concerns, issues, etc., for us to answer and guide you. You'll also have an additional audio-video lesson to watch by yourself, which will include actual tasks for you to do each week and complete, and you will be held accountable for your results. Then, every Thursday of that same week, we'll get on another call to check on your progress and answer any further questions and share any other important content or lessons. So each week we'll also review these assignments and tasks that you were set so that we can address your problems, where you went wrong, what you did that was awesome, and where the opportunities are so that you can continue to improve. With this approach, you guys, your business can only grow, improve, and succeed as long as you're doing it with us. So you're getting myself and Kenneth for 2 to 4 hours a week, teaching, mentoring, critiquing, and guiding you every step of the way. But there's a little catch here. Because the amount of time we'll spend hands-on with our members, we have to limit it to only about 20 of you. And that's why only you guys have been invited to this webinar. This is not a public event. You've already been working with us. So you will not see it mentioned on my social media or newsletters. It's really for your eyes only. And each person has to apply to get in as a member of the Whole Biz. So the link is at the bottom of this webinar, and you'll also receive an email with the link. And space, as I said, is limited. And we aim to get reviews and let you know if you got in within 24 hours. So I'm sure you're asking, how much will it cost? Of course you are. Our cost was going to be about $2,000, $1,995. This is a lot of time we're giving you, but Kenneth convinced me to drop it even further. So I must admit, I was reluctant. This is a lot of my time, and I normally charge people about $300, $400 an hour. So I thought, okay, maybe $1,495, and he still said no. So we finally agreed, since this course is the first launch, and we do need your feedback, we're going to give you this crazy price of $997. Plus, you'll get the bonus access to the social downline again, which is a $497 value. Plus, you'll get bonus access to my home entrepreneur class, which is a $150 value. So for $999, you're going to get 8 weeks of 2 to 4 hours per week of us teaching and mentoring you one-on-one with a small group of people, with these other 2 awesome bonuses. And we'll also have a to-pay option for you. So this is for the serious builders, you guys, the serious business builders that want to be mentored by myself and Kenneth. This is for people who want to be held accountable. This is for people who want to succeed and live the life that they want. So for $9.97, you get, if you think you're a good fit and are ready to watch your business grow in front of you for the next 2 months, then make sure you apply right now by clicking on the link below this webinar and check your email for the link. There are only 20 spots and they're going to go quick. So take action right now, you guys. Thank you so much. Get on it now. These spaces will not last long. They're going to be gone very quickly. If any of my other courses are an indication of that, this is the most exciting thing I've done for a very long time, expanding outside of my reach of my own, like frontline people in my organization. This is an awesome course, you guys. The Whole Biz. And the website is wholebiz.com. So anyway, you guys, I look forward to seeing you online. I look forward to working with you. And we'll see you soon.